Alright, it's day number 73 of my accountability to myself. I appreciate everyone's attention who watches this, and the first thing that I'm supposed to mention that I slept 9 hours. Yeah, I slept 9 hours and it was great because during the whole day I felt full of energy, and even now it's like 10:30 p.m. and I still feel very good. So sleeping is definitely something crucial, and I don't know if someone experienced some troubles with energy or something. First, I would recommend to start consuming sugar if you do this, and second is to fix your sleep schedule, because in my case it helps me tremendously. Like, I don't consume sugar at all, and it's been a couple of years. Like, of course I can eat something that contains sugar once per several months, but in general I'm not craving this, and I don't even need to resist to eat something that contains sugar. And yeah, it's also, if you consume it too much, it's one of the problems why the person might feel tired every now and then. So before I'm going to tell about everything that happened per day, the first things that I wanted to mention over the past several days is that no one ever defeated until defeat was no one ever defeated until defeat has been accepted as a reality. What I mean is that it's impossible to lose. Basically, if you do something, it's impossible to defeat. Why? Because as long as you're alive, you can try again. And it's one of the thoughts that I really liked, because but by the way, I read this in the books that currently I've been reading, Think and Grow Rich. My progress is going pretty well. I've already read like 40 pages in like a week, maybe 2 weeks. Never mind. The bottom line is that it's a quote that I found in this book. No one ever defeated until defeat has been accepted as a reality. Because as long as you believe that you can reach it, you try again and again. And sooner or later, if you're gonna try for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, sooner or later, but you're gonna achieve it, you're gonna accomplish your goal. But if you tried once, second time, and you couldn't do anything, like you if you weren't succeeded, so it doesn't basically mean that you need to stop, to give up, that it's not for you, and so on. So defeat might happen only in that moment when you accept it. Not sooner, not later. Only when the person believes that it's possible, that he can do this. That's a period. But until that moment, it's possible. So what happened per day? I slept amazing 9 hours. I woke up at 7:30, and I went to the gym. Of course, I went to the gym. I was training my shoulders and chest. Amazing training. I enjoy training my shoulders and chest, and I'm eagerly waiting for my next training, chest and shoulders, which will be in 4 days. After that, I had a class. I had a lesson. So I went in university. I had the lesson. It was fine. And then I needed to get my parcel, and I went to get my parcel. I was a bit mad because I remember that I spent 120 euros to get a zip and t-shirt. But by the way, I was surprised. I really liked zip. For example, my expectations were pretty high, about those clothes, and t-shirt met my expectations, but the zip, it raised above my expectations, so it was even better. So I really like it, and I'm gonna wear it tomorrow. Yeah, and then I came home, and I realized I need to go to the store. I forgot in the morning. In the morning, I didn't really have time to go to the store, and after the lessons, I could save like 30 minutes if I went to the store directly. But I didn't, so I was supposed to get dressed again, to leave my house, to go to the store, to buy some groceries, to do groceries, and then to return home. And it was really late because it was almost 5 p.m. and I needed to have my lunch. And while having my lunch, I tried to find some more information about the performance I will have tomorrow, because tomorrow I will have a lesson when I'm going to talk about adapters. It's kinetics. It's related to kinetics, if I'm not mistaken, the study about body movements in communication. And adapters, it's about unconscious or semi-conscious movements that people do to release stress, tension, or negative emotions. For example, when you are stressed, normally you are rubbing your hands, or you are touching your face, or you are touching your hair, or something like that. And normally you do this subconsciously. And this is what is called adapters. Of course, I'm supposed to talk about this some longer. And yeah, that's basically what I was studying. And then, only in 6 p.m., I had an ability to start studying my own stuff. So I spent 1 hour 30 minutes to study sales, 30 minutes to read a book, and 20 minutes to study French, and 15 minutes to study English. And I'm really proud. I'm really proud of that I found those 20 minutes to study French, 15 minutes to study English, because I didn't feel like studying at all. And I felt like 15 minutes, come on, like I can go to have my dinner and I can fall asleep earlier. I had lots of excuses to avoid this, but I didn't avoid it. I worked a bit with French, I worked a bit with English vocabulary, and basically, yeah, so in total, I have 2 hours, 35 minutes. Not a lot, not gonna lie, not a lot. Tomorrow it will be even less because I'm gonna return home late, and yeah, but since the next week I will have 2 weeks off, and I will be able to schedule each of my days, and it's gonna be very productive, I hope. But yeah, tomorrow it will be also not the most productive day. And so basically, yeah, that's all. The most important thing: no one ever defeated until defeat has been accepted as a reality. Yeah, it's something, this is some kind of quote, some kind of phrase that I'm trying to keep in my mind, because when I remember how time is pressure, when I remember that actually the only way to avoid success is to get up, because basically if you're trying constantly, it's impossible to avoid success. When I remember about all this stuff, it doesn't even allow me to think about time wasters. So yeah, it basically allows me to remember about my aims and to aspire them. So, but that's all for today, and see you next time.